Just when you thought the dust was settling, the post-breakup chronicles of Cardi B and Offset are giving us a whole new season of drama, revelations, and courtroom chaos. Today we are diving into the two very different paths these superstars are walking. On one side, we have Offset kicking back on a podcast, getting philosophical about love and marriage, and dropping some bombshells that are gonna have every single person rethinking their relationship goals. And on the other side, we have the queen herself, Cardi B, not in the studio, not on a stage, but in a courtroom fighting an assault charge from years ago. But a surprise witness just came through with a testimony that could change everything. So, is Offset done with love forever? And is Cardi about to walk away from this trial of free woman? Buckle up because we're about to get into all of it. Let's go! Let's start with Offset. So the man is fresh off his final split from Cardi B, a relationship that has had more ups, downs, twists, and turns than the world's craziest roller coaster. Seriously, their love story has been a saga. They start dating in 2017, get secretly married that same year, and then have a huge public proposal after the fact. They gave us culture, they gave us wave, they gave us iconic fashion moments, but they also gave us public cheating scandals, multiple breakups, a divorce filing in 2020 that got called off, and now the final curtain call in 2024 with the announcement of their third child, Blossom, right as they split. It's been a journey. So with all that history, all that drama, all that public scrutiny, everyone is wondering what's next for Offset. Is he going to be out here living his best single life? Is he heartbroken? Is he looking for a new queen to share his throne with? Well, wonder no more, because Offset recently sat down for the Full Send podcast and laid all his cards on the table. And let me tell you, what he had to say was an eye-opener. The host asked him the million-dollar question, would you ever get married again? And without even blinking, Offset hits them with a no, just a flat no. But it's his explanation that really has me spinning. He says, and I quote, "It's not for me. I've done it, had 3 kids with it. It's like a mission that's been complete." A mission that's been complete. A mission, bro. You're talking about your marriage to the mother of 3 of your children like it was a level in a video game you just beat. Like, okay, defeated the final boss, saw the end credits, now I'm putting the controller down. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. A mission. The audacity. The host, bless his heart, tried to give him an out. He was like, but what if you fall in love again? You wouldn't want that happily ever after. This is my chick forever type of thing. He's trying to sprinkle a little bit of romance, a little bit of fairy tale dust on the situation. And Offset just looks at him and says, everything's temporary. Okay, Mr. Philosopher, Mr. Nothing Lasts Forever. I mean, sure, on a cosmic level, everything is temporary, but your marriage certificate isn't supposed to come with an expiration date. It's supposed to be till death do us part, not till I get bored and decide the mission is over. This is a man who has been through the ringer, and it sounds like the experience has left him a little cynical, to say the least. But it gets even better. They then ask him if he would recommend marriage to other people. And again, a quick sharp no. He then gives this advice, and I want all the young hustlers out there to listen up. He says, I'll tell you, don't get married unless you're cool with changing your life entirely. I wouldn't tell you to get married while you're moving. Wait till you get that money. I feel like you stay focused too. You know what? I'm not even mad at that part. He's basically saying, get your life in order first. He understands that his career, the constant travel, the demands of being a global superstar makes a stable marriage incredibly difficult. He's admitting that the lifestyle is not built for it. And looking back at his own history, all the drama that went down while he was at the peak of his fame, maybe he's speaking from a place of regret. Maybe he's thinking, if I just waited until I was more settled, maybe things with Cardi would have been different. It's surprisingly self-aware in a weird roundabout way. So while Offset is out here rebranding himself as a single life guru, his soon-to-be ex-wife, Cardi B, is dealing with a whole different kind of stress. Let's pivot to Cardi. My girl has been spending her week in a courtroom dealing with a legal headache that has been hanging over her head since 2018. She was accused of assault by a security guard named Imani Ellis. So let's set the scene. It's 2018. Cardi is at the absolute height of her Bodak Yellow fame. She's pregnant with Culture, but the world doesn't know it yet. She's trying to keep it a secret. She goes to a Beverly Hills OB/GYN for a checkup because she's concerned about her health and she just wants some privacy. According to Cardi, the security guard Ellis got super excited when she saw her and immediately started trying to record her on her phone. Now, we all know Cardi does not play when it comes to her privacy, especially concerning her kids. So an argument breaks out. Ellis's whole case is built on the claim that Cardi got physical, that she spit on her, swung at her, and scratched her. Cardi has been denying this from day one. She testified earlier this week saying, "I didn't hit her, she didn't hit me, there was no touch, so to me there was no incident." She admitted they got chest to chest and exchanged some heated words, but insisted it never got physical. She also made a point to state that she was 4 months pregnant, weighed about 130 pounds, and that Ellis was significantly larger than her. So for years it's been a classic she said situation. Who do you believe? The superstar rapper or the security guard? Well, this week Cardi got a major boost to her case. A key witness took the stand, and her testimony might just blow this whole thing wide open. A receptionist from the doctor's office, a woman named Tiara Malcolm, came to testify, and she basically corroborated Cardi's entire story. Malcolm said she heard loud voices, walked into the hallway, and saw Cardi and the security guard in a tense conversation. And here's the kicker. She testified that she did not see any physical contact between them. In fact, she said she physically stepped in between them to de-escalate the situation. But wait, it gets even better. The security guard claimed Cardi scratched her face, but the receptionist Tiara Malcolm testified that because she was standing between them with her back to Cardi, if anyone was going to get scratched by the rapper, it would have been her. But she did see a scratch on her own face after the incident and believed it came from the security guard Ellis. And if that wasn't enough, Cardi's OB/GYN, Dr. David Finke, also testified. He said he saw the security guard Ellis cause a shoulder injury to the receptionist Malcolm. He didn't see Cardi attack anyone, so now you have two witnesses pointing the finger back at the security guard. This is huge. It completely flips the narrative. Okay, let's break all of this down because my mind is blown. First, Offset, my dude. Mission complete? Really? That is one of the coldest, most detached ways I've ever heard a man describe his marriage. It speaks volumes about where his head is at. He's not looking at it as a failed partnership or a heartbreaking loss. He's looking at it as a checklist item that he's finished. It's pragmatic, I guess, but also deeply impersonal. It makes me feel a little sad for Cardi to hear the father of her children talk about their life together like it was a business transaction. But his advice about waiting to get married until you have your money and your life in order, I can't even hate on that. That's real talk. He lived the consequences of trying to juggle a massive career and a new marriage, and he's basically warning others not to make the same mistake. It's the most mature thing he said in the whole interview. Now for Cardi's trial. This is like a scene out of Law and Order. I feel so vindicated for her right now. For years, she's had this accusation hanging over her head. People thinking she's just out here assaulting people. But put yourself in her shoes for a second. You're a global superstar. You're pregnant. You're scared. You're trying to keep the biggest secret of your life. And you go to the one place you should feel safe, your doctor's office, and someone is in your face with a camera. I think most people would get upset. And for this receptionist, Tiara Malcolm, to come forward and testify, that takes guts. She's going up against her former co-worker to tell the truth. Her testimony is a game changer. It's no longer just Cardi's word against the gods. Now there's a neutral third party saying, hold on, that's not what I saw. And the doctor's testimony on top of that. It paints a picture of a security guard who was maybe the aggressor, who was maybe so starstruck and unprofessional that she caused the whole incident. I am on the edge of my seat waiting to see how this trial ends, but things are looking really, really good for Cardi B right now. It's just wild to see them in these two separate spotlights. Offset is closing a chapter and writing new rules for his life, while Cardi is literally in court fighting to clear her name from a ghost of their past. It just goes to show you, the end of a relationship is just the beginning of a whole new story. And that is all the tea I have for you today. What a whirlwind. What do you guys think about Offset's mission complete comment? Is he being cold-hearted or just realistic? And are you as hyped as I am about this major twist in Cardi B's assault trial? Let me know all your thoughts, feelings, and predictions down in the comments section below. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Extra Hot Topic. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give it a massive thumbs up, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and ding that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop a new video. Until next time, stay informed, stay hydrated, and stay messy.